Here's something interesting. I found a video that I made a while ago about community, right? And like it felt weird to see that video and to just I always get pictures in my Google Photos that will like throw back to, experiences and things that people that, I used to pretend to be in community with. And now I feel like I've gotten to such a brighter place, like a more healthy place, because I can honestly like say, I never liked those people's. And that's maybe it's mean. And I guess another thing I realized, and I talked about this when I shared my trauma therapy video, the first one. If you haven't seen that one, highly suggest you go back and watch that. But I do this thing where I put people into these like buckets, right? So initially, if I don't know you, then you're not in any bucket worth me. But then like, after spending a little bit of time, maybe asking some clarifying questions, doing some of my own research, then I figure out where you might go in the scheme of like, people in my world. And I put you in some bucket. So like let's say if you're a person I meet at like a yoga class or something, then I might put you at the yoga bucket. And so now I'm gonna, talk to you about yoga classes, maybe stretchy pants or smoothies or something like that. If I see you as like more of a femme type of woman who's more like motherly, then I might talk to you about like mom related things or family. If you're a family member that I like, I'd unpack the shit that I am going through with my family members. If you're a person who I think is like intelligent, and that's very, very few people, then I would talk to you about like ideas in society. This channel has been really helpful for me because I can just like talk openly about like culture and society, and it doesn't have to, it's not in any like logical order. It's more like, what am I interested in? And based on my interest really for that day, that is what I am going to unpack. And now that I've like found a really good way to like segment my ideas and my interests. So like I love the gossip girl aspect of the channel, but I can move that over to unfriendly black hotties and then leave this space to be more a Olivia related space that talks about actual things in my life. And one thing I knew I wanted to try to find some way to kind of eventually get around to this, because now I'm talking in real time, sharing real time reflections on things that I have covered before, but maybe they were out of context because I didn't fully explain them. So, like, one thing that was really relevant for me, like, I've talked a little bit about my mom and our family home and money and things related to that, but that was a really significant moment in my life because I spent so much time and so much money investing in something that turned out to not benefit me at all. And it was actually a waste. So all of the money I earned during tech virtually, I put into my family home, which my mom just cashed out on, and I got nothing. So I felt like I wasted that career, and ending it didn't feel like a slight. It just felt like a waste. Almost like if I buy a cookie or something and I take a bite of the cookie and the cookie's no good. So then I just throw the cookie away. And in terms of community members, I kind of feel like everyone who I knew at that point in my life was very similar to that. Like they were a bad cookie that I could easily toss out because they were already in a bucket that was segmented in my life, right? And so it's kind of putting them in this undesirable bucket of like, yes, they're people I know, but they're not people I like. So they could come, they could go, good things, bad things could happen to them no matter what. I wouldn't really give a shit because I never saw myself as being in honest community with them. But also, like, most of them, I don't have, like, any malice toward. Like, some people I did grow to dislike over time, but that's the thing that's very interesting about me. If I dislike you, I'd actually probably don't have any, like, bad feeling. Like, I don't want to do anything bad to you. I don't wish bad things on you or anything. It's more like I just want you out of my life. As in, like, I would probably, like, block you from things, like, I wouldn't contact you anymore, like, I don't want to know what's going on with you or your family members. If we have mutual friends, I would cut them off in addition to you so you could all go together. I am not the person who's going to, like, I don't wanna know about any of your updates, I don't care about what's happening in your life, like, we're not friends and we're not like colleagues, we're not neighbors, like we are not community members, like we are not living in the same society. Like I don't even know another way to say that. Like if I don't like you, you're dead to me. And then that's how it goes. And we all move forward in life from that. So like a lot of my family members who I don't talk to, really anybody who I've mentioned on the channel by name at this point is dead to me. Like if there's an episode that comes out that is basically like, "Oh, yeah, this is whatever, I don't know, whatever you believe," just know, like, that person is we are not on there's no good juju, there's no best wishes, none of that shit. And I think another thing that's really weird about that is not every that's a very extreme take, but I do it more out of like safety for myself because I realize that like I have to protect myself and my interests given the just sheer number of people who have caused me harm in my life. And so by allowing other people unvetted in it doesn't do me any good. It's not like beneficial for like me and, um, something that's very strange about that is, like, some people feel like because they're in community with, like, say, my mom, that in some way that means that they are in proximal community with me, and that is just absolutely incorrect. Like, I'm not in community with my mom, and I'm certainly not in community with any of her friends, her colleagues, her community members, her religious group affiliates, nothing. I am not in community with them. I don't like them. I don't know them, right? Like, and that's kind of a hard pill to swallow. But that's real.